In the uncharted depths of the Andromeda system drifts a planet that even the bravest starfarers refuse to name. It appears on no official star maps, and its orbit is traced only in whispers, a blood-red sphere cloaked in storms that rage without end. Among smugglers and rogue explorers, it is called Xylaria 9, the planet of screams. Long before the rise of modern civilizations, the first sentient species in the galaxy sought refuge here. They were architects of light, beings who bent matter to their will. But something ancient, something older than the universe's first dawn, awaited them beneath Xylaria 9's crust. It was not life, it was not death, it was hunger. When the architects disappeared, only fragments of their cities remained, towering spires shattered into jagged ruins, and beneath them, a labyrinth of tunnels that spiraled down into an abyss. Over time, those tunnels gave birth to a new species, an evolutionary mistake. The Xylaxians were not born, they were grown, flesh fused with metal, bone grafted with crystal, and minds wired into a single, pulsing consciousness. They move in silence. Their bodies glide across the stone like smoke, limbs twisting at impossible angles. Their many eyes glow with a pale, ghostly light, and their breath carries the scent of decay. Each Xylaxian knows the thoughts of the others, and together they serve a single purpose, to prepare for the awakening of the Brood Queen. Deep in the hive's core, the queen slumbers, a monstrous being whose body stretches across chambers the size of cities. Her pulse beats through the tunnels like a drum, calling her children back to the nest. And when she wakes, she will unleash them upon the stars. Legends of the devouring echo through forgotten archives. It happens once every 10,000 years, when the queen stirs and the hive hungers. Whole civilizations vanish without a trace. Star systems fall silent. Entire fleets disappear, their signals swallowed by the crimson storms. And always the same eerie message is transmitted just before the silence. The sky bleeds. The hive remembers now. The signals have begun again. Strange bursts of energy rise from Xylaria 9, pulsing like a heartbeat. Across the galaxy, outposts report shadows, moving where no ships exist. Merchant vessels charting nearby sectors vanish mid-transmission, and those who have seen the planet speak of grotesque shapes drifting through the storm clouds, not ships, but living organisms, vast as moons, their bodies covered in chitinous armor and barbed tendrils. The hive is awakening. No human eyes will witness what crawls beneath the surface. No mechanical probe will map the twisting caverns where the queen's spawn gather in the dark. And when the sky finally splits, when the red storms part and the brood rises to feed, there will be no warnings, only silence. Perhaps the galaxy will unite and resist. Perhaps ancient weapons will burn the skies of Xylaria 9. But the hive has no concept of defeat. It does not conquer. It does not negotiate. It only consumes. And as the pulse grows stronger, as the queen's breath rattles the walls of her underground throne, one truth becomes undeniable. The devouring has already begun. The first sign that reality itself was unraveling came not from Xylaria 9, but from the edge of the Triangulum Rift, a region of space that had been silent for millennia. There, on the farthest listening post of the interstellar network, operators began receiving impossible signals. They were not messages, nor were they any known form of radiation. They were echoes, fragments of something older than matter itself. The data streams showed galaxies bending in ways physics could not explain. Stars were vanishing without supernovas. Black holes flickered, like dying candles, and in the center of it all, something was moving. It was not a ship, nor a comet, nor any celestial body. It was the hive's mind, expanding beyond its planetary prison. The brood queen had evolved. The consciousness of the hive, once limited to the tunnels beneath Xerix 9, now stretched across light years, spreading like a fungal web through the fabric of space. Wherever it touched, reality thinned, and in that thinning, something far worse emerged. It began with shadows that appeared where no light existed. Astronomers saw enormous silhouettes drifting between stars, their shapes constantly shifting, as if they were made from the darkness itself. These were the Voiborn, the hive's newest creations, entities not made of flesh, but of raw distortion. They did not fly or crawl. They bled through dimensions, sliding from one point of space to another in ways no technology could track. Space stations near the rift reported hallucinations. Crew members saw alien runes carved into the walls, symbols that hadn't been there before. Navigation computers displayed star maps of galaxies that didn't exist. And in the silence of deep space, whispers began to bleed through the comms.